Tonight's headlines are brought to you by McDonald's.
Good evening, Commonwealth, and thanks for watching the Channel 2 News. I am Sally Lemus. Let's take a look at tonight's top stories. Super Bowl Monday this morning with the Chiefs battling the Eagles in a winner-take-all final. The Eagles were favored. Could they land it? Also tonight, a local man behind bars accused of strangling a woman in a domestic incident. And a newly proposed fishing plan is opposed by a seasoned fisherman. In sports, a good run for a good cause. Stay with us, we have these stories and more up next.
Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. If you feel it, come around with round. Everybody feel it, come around with the rhythm, it's a sound. Everybody get down when we give it to you. Everybody feel it, come around with the everybody in the block. 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 Everybody round.
This burger looked at one slice of melted cheese and said, more cheese. It looked at pickles and said, also onions. It wanted to be more than hot. It wanted to be juicy. This is the Quarter Pounder with cheese. If you thought one napkin for the Quarter Pounder with cheese was enough, it's not enough.
To the Wami and good evening, Commonwealth. Today is February 13, 2023, Super Bowl Monday in the NMI. It wasn't over until it was over. A last-second field goal made the Kansas City Chiefs Super Bowl champions today. Patrick Mahomes was the MVP, and Rihanna wowed fans in Arizona and around the world. Now, if you called in sick today and went to a Super Bowl party on this Monday in the Commonwealth, this next story is for you. Football fans took over some of the biggest hotels in Saipan to watch the 57th Super Bowl kick off at the State Farm Stadium in Glendale, Arizona. Our first stop was at World Resort, where the Philadelphia Eagles had their fair share of supporters.
I think the Eagles gonna win. You know why?
Why?
The Eagles is flying over Kansas City Chiefs. And I think if you look at the Chiefs, they're wearing the Eagles bonnet. So I go for the Eagles.
Is that your original team?
Yes.
You like for football?
I go for Eagles all the way.
So tell us, what team are you rooting for again?
The Eagles.
Why? Why the Eagles?
It's been my team since I was growing up, and I love them to death. I bleed green. Philly all the way, baby.
What about you? Why do you root for the Eagles?
Because I'm sitting next to this guy right here.
Mike Babauta, Director of Sales and Marketing, says holding a Super Bowl watch used to be an annual event for World Resort before the pandemic. This year, they are back hosting hundreds of football fans with food and drinks.
Yes, that's why I love my job. You know, I come here, watch it for free, and I also get to eat. Yeah.
And please tell us who you're rooting for this year.
You know, to be honest, I'm a 49er fan. My 49er lost to the Eagles So I got to root for the freaking the Chiefs. So. Yeah.
The newly opened Crown Plaza also hosted a Super Bowl watch with, again, a lot of Eagle fans.
Yeah, I'm Connor Coltis.
All right, and tell us who you're rooting for.
For this Super Bowl, I'm rooting for the Eagles.
Yeah, my name's Grace Stevens, and I'm rooting for Jalen Hurts and the Eagles.
Is that your original team?
No, my original team is just the Chicago Bears, but they're never really any good, so I got to go with the Eagles today.
All right, and tell us what you think about the game so far.
It's pretty good. It's high scoring so far for the first half, so let's just see how it is the second half.
And who says Super Bowl Monday is only for the football fans?
My name's Katie Bailey. I'm rooting for the Eagles, but mostly I'm here for the socialization and the drinks.
All right. What do you love about Super Bowl Monday?
I think the community and everyone getting together, and another reason to celebrate and have a good time.
Super Bowl watchers were able to indulge some chili dogs and homemade smoke-pulled pork burgers, paired with dessert by the executive sous chef Zen Tumakani.
Super Bowl is a very strong American tradition, so yes, we did want to make sure that we had the barbecue grill out there set up and bring in the foods from there. And you know, Crown Plaza is always looking forward to make stuff upscale and classy for you here in Saipan. So I heard some nice comments already about it, so we look forward to doing it again next year, maybe with another kick. So that's what we're bringing.
Chef Tumakani says his teams didn't make it to the Super Bowl this year, but that hasn't stopped him from enjoying this year's game.
I did some research on both teams, and it seems that the quarterback is making a strong impact on everyone favoring the Chiefs. But as of right now, the score's tied, so we'll see what's going to happen. It looks like a fun game already.
Now our last stop was the Hyatt Ballroom, which was jam-packed with lots of football fans. What team are you rooting for?
Eagles.
Why the Eagles?
Because I'm actually a Seahawks fan, but I have to go for a bird again to just see.
And what you think about the game so far?
The game going great. I really love it, and I really hope Eagles win. Go Eagles! Caw-caw!
Landon, tell me who you're rooting for today.
I want the Chiefs to win.
All right. Why the Chiefs?
Because ever since they won their first Super Bowl, I've been a fan of them. So I've always been rooting for them.
All right. And what do you think of the game so far?
It's really entertaining. There's a lot of good highlights.
Man, I actually don't have a team per se. Just kind of here for the vibes and being able to do something fun once a year. And just really here for the entertainment.
So what do you love most about Super Bowl Monday?
I love watching the fans and just kind of seeing even though some people's teams are not here, but they're still representing their jerseys and their favorite teams. So it's nice to see that even though we're not in any of the 50 continental U.S. states, that the tradition still lives on, even all the way out here.
Marpac resident manager Guy Putney.
We have a sold-out crowd here. I'm estimating about at least 120 people. So it's a really, really great event.
All right. And for you personally, which team are you rooting for?
Well, today I'm going for the Chiefs. I'm a Cowboys fan. That's why I can't root for the Eagles. So I'm going for the Chiefs, and let's see if Mahomes pulls it off.
In court, bail was set at $20,000 this morning for a local man arrested on charges that include strangulation. 29-year-old Walter Florencio Jr. is being charged with domestic violence, strangulation, and disturbing the peace. Florencio appeared before Judge Joseph Camacho this morning in Superior Court, who imposed a $20,000 cash bail. Florencio was represented by Assistant Public Defender Emily Thompson, while the attorney Dejon Red appeared on behalf of the Commonwealth. Court documents say following an argument, Florencio choked the victim with 2 hands. He also allegedly pulled her hair, dragging her across the floor, and kicked her in the leg, causing her to fall down. The victim also accused Florencio of buying drugs, particularly ice. Florencio is remanded back to the Department of Corrections and is set to return to court on February 17 for a preliminary hearing. A local fisherman says no to new legislation that would allow the resumption of a controversial fishing method in the Saipan Lagoon. Let's take a look.
Today, the lagoons is still on recovery path.
George Moses likes to fish inside the reef and knows the lagoon well. Today at Fishing Base, he talks about a new bill that would allow gill nets into the lagoon.
There's more marine life like turtle, stingrays, eagle rays, sharks, and fish that will be destroyed if we allowed gill net as a fishing method in our lagoon.
Gillnet fishing is currently prohibited without a waiver from DLNR. Their use has been granted for fiestas and some funerals. And for those events, DFW personnel are able to supervise and monitor and even collect some data. Proponents say the use of gill nets will make it easier to put food on the table, which is more important than ever with the downturn in the economy. The fishing practice involves using a monofilament net that is placed in a horseshoe shape, and then fishermen slap the water and scare the fish into the net area, where they are then many times speared one at a time. It's a more efficient way to catch fish, but Moses says that it's too many fish and not a sustainable fishing practice.
We lived through history, and 20 years ago, our lagoon was on a life support. It was destroyed. And MPA, Marine Protected Area bill, and ban of use of gill net was a blessing to our marine life.
Marine protected areas around Saipan include the Forbidden Island area, waters surrounding Monongahela Island, and the area surrounding Bird Island and the Grotto. Outside of those areas, there aren't many rules, no license requirements or size limits. Moses suggests that the fishing be done in a way that protects the ecosystem.
A simple hook and line, one fish at a time.
Coming up, we meet the new chief in charge of corrections. Stay tuned.
Fast, fun, and easy. That's how your home Wi-Fi should be. So start with an internet plan that fits your budget. Introducing your home Wi-Fi starter pack, also known as WISP. Enjoy up to 25 megabits per second for as low as $35 a month, plus a free router with your wireless subscription. That's hours of movies, games, social media, and more endless fun. Get your Wi-Fi starter pack today only at Docomo Pacific. Better together. Additional conditions may apply.
Being a responsible driver is simple. If you are drinking, do not drive. Number 1, plan your safe ride home before you start the party. Choose a non-drinking friend as a designated driver. 2, if someone you know has been drinking, do not let that person get behind the wheel. Take their keys and help them arrange a sober ride home. 3, if you drink, do not drive for any reason. Call a taxi, family member, or a friend. 4, if you are hosting a party where alcohol will be served, make sure all guests leave with a sober driver. Number 5, always wear your seatbelt. It is your best defense against impaired drivers. If you see an impaired driver on the road, call 911. Your actions could help save someone's life.
Green sea turtles and hawksbill turtles call the Mariana Islands home. They're an important part of the marine ecosystem. They are under threat, and they are protected under CNMI law. Keep plastic out of the ocean. Keep vehicles off the beach. Use the sea turtle stranding hotline if you see poaching activities or if you see a turtle in trouble. Call 287-8537 and save a turtle.
Welcome back to the Channel 2 News. Some senior leadership coming to the Department of Corrections. The governor's choice brings a lot of off-island experience to his new role. Anthony Torres is the newly appointed commissioner for the CNMI Department of Corrections. Torres is no stranger to the system. His career began in 1999 as an adult correctional officer in Hawaii. He then moved to the Federal Detention Center for the U.S. Department of Justice Federal Bureau of Prisons. The commissioner has also served as a treatment specialist at the United States Penitentiary Tucson, which is a high-security federal prison in Arizona. His last assignment before moving back home was at the Federal Correctional Institution in 2008, where he worked as a drug treatment specialist. The medium security facility housed former gang members, cartels, and former politicians. Torres says DOC is a place to provide public safety through rehabilitation and operational excellence.
We're like the unsung heroes, you would say, because nobody really hears about us. They hear about the police department, the fire department, but we play a vital role in providing public safety. And at the end of the day, it's about providing a safe and humane environment for the inmates here, and also giving them opportunities to correct the way they think, so that when they get back out there, they're able to make good choices and think rationally, and hopefully maybe, think twice so they don't come back in. So there's that revolving door that just stops.
His vision for the department to grow and progress will begin at the top.
It starts from the top, from the leadership area. It starts from the top, and it ripples effects all the way to the bottom. Taking care of our inmates, getting programs up and running, and then just setting an example overall, hopefully, for other departments and agencies.
Since assuming office, Torres says he's met with the Adult Probation Office, Marshal Service, judges, and has even sat through the drug court program to get up to speed with the CNMI system. One of his goals is to provide more programs for inmates and give them something to look forward to.
Programs are important because it's giving them an opportunity to rehabilitate, re-entry. Re-entry starts at the beginning of incarceration. That, I believe, it's not just put them in there and lock them up and throw away the key. It starts with our officers, addressing them and communicating with them and letting them know what the expectations are. Before we even get into programs, I want to get our safety and security up to speed. So some of the things I'm taking a look at right now is getting visitation, contact visitation back up and running. Let's see, that some of the religious, like Bible study and what have you. We got the community outreach program, which is doing well. So I want to expand on that as well. And just GED, some educational type, maybe even culinary, just thinking on the top of my head, but getting that up and running. I mean, it's going to take time. I got to crawl, walk, run, so it's come back in 100 days and, I can give you another progress report on where we're at.
The DOC has been criticized in the past years for reports of illegal drugs entering the facility.
I'm aware of those issues, and I have a plan to mitigate those or lessen those, contraband coming into the facility, because at the end of the day, it's safety and security for my staff as well and for the inmates. And if those items are coming in, it's an unsafe environment for all of us here. So, I have plans, and again, collaborating with other agencies to decrease that.
Torres has been away from home for more than 20 years. His return and opportunity to lead DOC is for the community.
Doing what I can to make our islands a better place to live, a better CNMI, to restore the integrity, the trust, like I'm in line with with the governor and lieutenant governor in that mission, in that vision. So if I can do my part here for the DOC, then that's like the ultimate goal.
It's that time of year again. Pika Fest is happening this weekend. The 19th annual Tinian Hot Pepper Festival is set for February 18 and 19 at the Festa Grounds in San Jose. The festival, popularly known as Pika Fest, pays homage to Tinian's small but famous Doni Sully hot pepper. The opening ceremony will be held on Friday, February 17 at 7 p.m., followed by the weekend event, which will include food sales, live entertainment, competitions, art, craft sales, and more. The event is organized by the Office of the Mayor of Tinian and Aguiguan with support from the Marianas Visitors Authority. For more information, you can contact Mayor of Tinian's Event Planning Coordinator, Dorothy San Nicolas, at 670-433-1800. All right, folks, don't go anywhere. We have sports up next.
Need a new phone? Trade in now and get up to $500 off our best 5G devices. Trade in your older phone in any condition and step up to better savings and speeds only our 5G network can provide. Check out our website and catch up on the best mobile experience. Trade in now. Docomo Pacific. Better together.
Opioids are commonly prescribed drugs. They can help ease short-term pain after surgery, an accident, or illness. Common brand names include Vicodin, Demerol, OxyContin, and Percocet. Opioids can be very addictive, and they can actually change how your brain works. Opioid misuse can lead to death. If you are prescribed an opioid medication, talk to your doctor. Always take exactly as directed, never take higher doses, keep your medication secure, and safely dispose of unused or expired medication. It only takes a little to lose a lot.
This project was supported by a grant from the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention and the Commonwealth Healthcare Corporation. Contents are solely the responsibility of CHCC and do not necessarily represent the official views of the CDC or the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
I'm gonna make you an offer you can't refuse. Bring your friends in for the best night out at Godfather's Bar in Garabin. Sing along to your favorite hits with live music from the Gigolos. Godfather's has daily food and drink specials, like Taco Tuesdays. The best pizza on island every day of the week. Located on Palm Street in Garabin.
Tonight's sports brought to you in part by Tan Holdings through the Tan Su Lin Foundation, making communities a better place to live.
Buenas sports fans.
Over 100 runners joined the American Red Cross NMI chapter's Run for Red 5K event that was held early Saturday morning at the Dandan Airport Field.
If you look at your 6 o'clock or your back of you, that's where the finish will be with all those nice flags and ropes alongside coming up this way.
The course for the Run for Red event was around the Commonwealth Ports Authority Airport Field, just near the American Red Cross office. NMI Red Cross Executive Director John Hirsch is very delighted in partnering with Run Saipan, who also officiated this event.
Hey, good morning, Saipan. Good morning, Commonwealth. We are super excited to be hosting our first annual 5K Run for the Red, Run for Your Heart event. We're collaborating with Run Saipan and their leadership, Dr. Schneider and Ed Delacruz, and of course Robin Sapong, and our entire Red Cross family. So we're expecting over 125 to 150 runners this morning. We have a 5K race right up here at the airport near our Red Cross office. And all the monies that were raised this morning, and everybody who registered and bought a shirt, they're supporting the local work, our humanitarian work that we're doing here in the CNMI. Whether it's a single family fire in Koblerville or it's a large catastrophic event like Super Typhoon Yutu, the Red Cross is there 24/7 to help the people here in the CNMI.
Hirsch also takes this opportunity to thank all participants, donors, and sponsors for this event.
We're super grateful for everybody who came out tonight, all of our donors who helped support Eland Group, Mobile, Marianas Health, Commonwealth Health Center, everyone who is really a part of the group this morning to make this a success. We're grateful for them.
Kazuki Sato topped the men's division by crossing the finish line in 19 minutes and 46 seconds, followed by Silgi Valoria, who is only 8 seconds behind Sato. And third place is Mr. Barefoot runner himself, Chong Nam Lee. Lee finished the race in 22 minutes and 25 seconds. Meanwhile, in the women's division, Akiko Miller ruled this division by completing the 5-kilometer distance in 21 minutes and 19 seconds. Second place, Tiana Cabrera with a time of 23 minutes and 26 seconds. Third place, we have Tara Allen. Allen crossed the finish line in 24 minutes and 25 seconds. Here are some highlights from this charity event.
comes you.
All proceeds from this event will go to support the American Red Cross of the Northern Mariana Islands.
Hi, I'm Dre, one of the personal trainers here at Goat's Gym, and today we're going to go over the kettlebell deadlift. Fantastic exercise to build overall strength, particularly in the legs and hips. Remember, we want to make sure that our setup is in good position. If you set up in a bad position, it's not going to look good and it's certainly not going to feel good. So a common error setup is obviously a rounded upper back. 2 simple ways of correcting that. All I'm gonna have Vince do here is extend his arms up here, and all he's gonna do is think about reaching long and pushing his hips back. Reach long and push your hips back. So as you can see, he's already in good position. Now all he's gonna do is grab that kettlebell. He's got tension in his legs and in his back. All he's gonna do is just stand up tall, finish with his glutes.
And for your KSPN weather report, mostly sunny with isolated showers. East wind 16 to 21 miles per hour with gusts as high as 26 miles per hour. Tonight, partly cloudy with isolated showers. East wind 10 to 17 miles per hour with gusts up to 22 miles per hour. High 86, low 76, the humidity 79%. Tomorrow, mostly sunny with isolated showers. East wind 13 to 17 miles per hour with gusts as high as 22 miles per hour. High 86, low 76, high risk of rip current statement. Dangerous rip currents on the east-facing reefs of the Marianas through Wednesday night. Rip currents can sweep even the best swimmers away from shore into deeper water. In the marine forecast, combined seas of 6 to 8 feet will continue through early Thursday. Smokecraft advisory is likely late this week due to building season winds. East to northeast wind 15 to 20 knots, wind waves 3 to 4 feet. East swell 6 to 7 feet. Sunrise will be at 6:42 a.m. High tide at 12:06 p.m. Low tide 7:36 p.m. and the sunset, you can catch that at 6:20 p.m. And that does it for your Super Bowl Monday. Thank you so much, Marianas, for watching the Channel 2 News. We hope you have a great night, and we'll see you back on Wednesday with more.